All right, listen up. I got something that's been bothering me for a long time, a long, long time. And I'm trying to make heads and tails of this. And I'm going to say this in the most casual, without trying to sugarcoat it type of way, and be as straightforward as possible about something that I want to clarify in as quick of amount of time as possible. Okay, one, the hands and how they release are literally critical to where the body is in time. Body placement or body posture position. Okay, so our hands, our head or our mind is pretty smart, because if we don't see the golf ball do what we want, and we're going to try and manipulate the club face to get the ball to do what we want. And if our hands are trying to justify doing something with the club face that they shouldn't be doing, we have to understand the reason why that's possibly happening. So if everything's connected, all the body parts and all the positions are connected, I would rather look at the golf swing from the feet to the knees to the hips, from the hips to the posture up top, to the arms, to the hands, to the club, in that appropriate sequence. Here's the reason why. So if we go to something real simple like pulling the handle or flipping the club or rolling the face, those two items to me are like worlds apart. They're not even in the same zip code. Pulling the handle would look something like this. If I did that, the face would stay way open. I get that. If I did this, I'd start to close the face possibly, or I'd come across the ball and sideswipe it. So the first thing I would want to look at is, where is the body? Is my body standing up? It's not my head coming up, by the way. It's my body thrusting inward, which is making my body stand up. So first thing is, if my body goes up, then the handle gets pulled up along with it, because my body's probably going to hang back. So that would indefinitely look like it's pulling, and it would look like, if you see the face right there, it's open. So I'd have to try to roll the face. I could never time that and be consistent. Sometimes I might roll it too much and then I hit a hook or something weird like that, or then I do this and it just hangs out there to the right. So I'm going to have a hard time squaring anything if I'm in this position. Now, on the contrary to mentioning that, if I keep the posture more intact, let me back up 1 second. If I do this, it's going to also throw the handle up, and it's also going to push my hands out forward too. So everything's moving this way: my body, my arms, my hands, my club. But if I went this way, now look, my posture is better because I'm more down. So keeping my head down is keeping my body posture bent. And it also brings the hands more in, which means the golf club's going to come back around. So if that's the case, if I stay more back and I let my hips go a little bit and the golf club comes back around, well, look at the club face in that camera angle. It looks like my hands are ahead, but the golf club is now squared up. So this is bad. This is good. So if I'm making swings where my posture's bad and I'm getting like this, I'm going to top it, push it, hook it, pull it, right? So that ball goes way to the right. I get that. All of a sudden, I start working on the cause of the problem, which is more of a body placement, posture positioning issue. And now I stay back and I get a little bit more pivotal. That golf club just comes right back into square. So the difference on video, those two swings are going to look like oil and water. They're not even going to be the same. They're complete and utterly different. So what's the cause of the problem? I would start with the body first and look at where the body balance and set up and how the body tends to operate first, and see if the hands don't coincide with it. If the hands are trying to do all the work, you're probably not operating in an efficient enough sequence. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. And I tried to describe it in literally a 5.5 minute video. There's more to it than that. I get it. But you have to be realistic about what causes what to happen. That would be like saying, hey, I'm going to hook the horse up to the buggy, but I'm going to have the buggy pull the horse. It doesn't make any sense. You're going to hook the horse up to the buggy and have the horse pull the buggy. The horse is the engine. It's the contributor to pulling the cargo behind it. So think about proper sequence and think about how the posture is potentially very derivative to that. And then take it from there. But if you have any questions, consult a local PGA teaching professional if you have any questions and ask them about it, or take a lesson. Because oftentimes what we think we're working on is the right thing, and it might not be the wrong thing, but you got to put the horse before the buggy. I'll leave you with that. Have a great day.